ask a question. Does anybody have any questions?
I'm still confused. So, were they allowed to go into the temple when disparate things happened like Joab, or were they not allowed?
Good question.
Sorry.
Perhaps
In general, not, but...
Perhaps my sermon reveals a little bit of my confusion. So I think, I know that David went into the temple and kind of got away with that because he was God's anointed. So Jesus refers to that. So I think, I wonder if it comes down to the heart attitude. So that you remember back in Exodus, those two men offered strange fire. Who were they? What were their names? Anybody remember their names? So two guys went into the temple to offer their own incense to God. They weren't the ones who were appointed to do that, and God struck them down. And I can't remember their names right at the moment. But they're held up as an example in the New Testament as well of what not to do. So it may be the attitude that a genuinely false accused person could go to the temple to seek refuge, and it was almost like appealing on the priests to adjudicate their case kind of thing. Let's just slow down this revenge system and give the priest time to intervene and say, well, actually he's innocent, leave him alone, or no, he's guilty, you can take him out. That's how the refuge cities worked, I think. So if he was a genuine victim, it might have been okay for him to go to the temple and seek refuge. If he was accused by his fellow Israelites of some crime or something. So he saw it as two things. One is a cowardly thing to do, and second, something that he was not allowed to do because he wasn't a priest. So it's kind of, is he saying, I don't have either grounds to do it? But I haven't done all the reading I could have perhaps done on how that system worked, and I'm not sure if the Old Testament gives us all the details either. I'm not sure about that. Have I clarified it all? Maybe a little bit, but maybe not much. Thank you, Jenny. It was a good question.
Sorry.
Everell.
Nadab and Abihu.
Yeah, that's it. Strange fire. Good question. Any other good questions? Thank you for asking questions. Sometimes there's something that I've passed over and I've left it confusing, and it's good to be able to clarify that. Sometimes it's just not enough time to cover everything. Any other questions? Okay, I've just got one from the question box. Thoughts about dating new Christians. So I'm assuming you're a Christian. Someone becomes a Christian, starts coming to church. An interest develops. Is it okay to go out with a new Christian? I'm going to suggest to you that this is a matter of wisdom, not right and wrong. I think it's okay, it's fine, legally correct, technically okay, whatever the right words are for something being okay in a period of grace, in a system of grace. But I think it's a matter of wisdom. Let me just sound one warning. If you are significant in that person's coming to faith, I would say it's unwise for you to date them very quickly. And I think I said this when I talked about people dating non-Christians. People will say and do all sorts of things when they're in a romantic relationship. I know guys who've gone to a musical on a date. Guys will do anything practically. And you'll come out afterwards and say, yeah, Cats, it was great, what a fantastic movie. We'll do whatever it takes. I know girls who've gone to the football when they hate football. And I think there's something about the two shall become one, that you'll actually learn to like things that you didn't previously like, and that's wonderful. But there is a thing that can happen, is that a guy who likes a girl may come to church, may show all the outward signs, but it may not be a genuine conversion. And I think you just want to step back and give it some time. You certainly want to put things in place like ways where he's growing independent of you. So if you're reading the Bible together and going to the same life group and sitting together in church, how do you know it's not all about you? So I would say go to separate life groups. Don't kind of crowd your relationship in on his spirituality. So that's just a word of wisdom there. And the other thing is it may be wise, it may not always be necessary, but it may be wise to give someone time to grow in their faith a little bit. It depends on the circumstance. We all bring baggage with us from our non-Christian lives, and you don't know what that baggage is. Does God want to sort out a few things in this person's life before he's actually able to commit to a healthy Christian relationship? Is he bringing some bad examples, some bad ideas of relationships from his upbringing, from her previous relationships? Does God want them to understand grace a little bit better before they enter a relationship that requires grace? It may be a wise thing to go slow. But I can imagine situations where someone is just growing in their faith and God's doing a genuine work and there's nothing wrong with the relationship starting. I can probably think of examples where that's happened. So I'm just saying it's a matter of wisdom. Be careful, but there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it could be a beautiful thing. So wisdom is, I think, what's important there. Last chance for a third question from the floor.